This video is the combat side stroke, the long stroke variation. There are many variations to the combat side stroke. You want to play with them and see which one basically works for you. We have the long stroke, we have sculling, we have a short stroke. I've got one that I call the crossover, which is what you do with your arms. So there's several variations that you can use. As you can see here, she's nice and relaxed. She's aerodynamic in the water. When she picks up her head to breathe, she basically keeps it in line with her body, and she rotates towards the surface with her face and just brings her mouth out of the water far enough to be able to take her inhalation. So you swim to your breathing. As you're swimming this stroke, or any of the strokes, you always want to swim as fast as your breathing goes. You don't want to start panting. So you can also exhale several strokes or inhale like on the second or the third stroke. You don't have to inhale every stroke. As you can see here, she's got a very nice kick. She's got a nice wide kick, and then she does a little bit of a flutter after the kick. That's okay. As you can see with her flutter though, she's not putting a whole lot of effort into it. Your stroke needs to be as easy as walking. When you walk, it doesn't take a lot of effort and you can do it all day long. Same thing works here when you swim. Although her tempo appears to be quite fast, she's actually relaxing all the muscles in her body as she's pulling through. And so that is very crucial to the success of your stroke, so you don't fatigue yourself out. Keep your muscles as relaxed as you possibly can. Now let's talk about her arm pull. Her lower arm, or her lead arm, as you notice, she's pulling that straight down. There's pros and cons to that. When you pull straight down like that, a lot of people say, oh, you're pulling more water. Well, actually, you're pulling water about 2 feet from your body instead of close to your body. This also works on your shoulder too, so it fatigues your shoulder over time. So if you bend at the elbow and pull the water in close to your body, you're going to use a lot less shoulder, a little bit more bicep. So those are two different techniques. But what she's doing here is a long stroke. If she wanted to, she could slow down her tempo a little bit after pulling her top arm back, and she starts pulling back her lower arm. Leave the lower arm out there a little bit longer. So right here, she would pull and then hold that a little bit longer on the lower arm so she has more of a glide. This will give you the most relaxed stroke that you could possibly have. So she's got a good tempo going here. As long as her body's totally relaxed, she can keep up that tempo. But if she wanted to be a little bit more efficient, she could hold that lead arm, the lower arm, out just a little bit longer and utilize a little bit more of the glide. And that would also help her to relax a little bit more. Once she pulls her top arm down, start coming back up with it again. And when you bring it back up, as you can see, she brings it right up her body line, close to her torso. So in conclusion, let's just recap here. This variation is the long stroke. It's the most relaxed stroke that you could do. Now, some people, what they do is they rotate a little bit more towards her stomach here. Once she kicks, they rotate to her stomach and you can get a longer reach with your upper arm. That's another variable that you can throw in there too, and I'll be showing you that in videos to come. So there's going to be several more videos that show the different stroke variations. So again, this is the long stroke. She reaches out here on her lower arm. She does pull it straight down, which is an option, but a preferred method for most people is to bend at the elbow and pull it back in towards your chest. A mistake you don't want to make is when you pull the top arm back, don't let it sit there too long. Do not let it sit there and then pull back your lower arm and have both arms at your side. When you do this, you create an awful lot of drag, and that's one thing you don't want to do when you're doing this stroke. So get in the water, practice this. If you need to, send me a video and I'll critique you and you can make modifications. Again, look for future videos to come here on all the other variations that you could do with a combat side stroke. And you can always go to my website at www.SPECWARFITNESS.com. Hoo-yah and have a good day.